This week's Trendy Tuesday, we're featuring the brand new high impact paint from Tattered Angels. And what I'm going to do to show you how versatile it is to use is I'm going to take you step by step on how to make this cute little card. So first, what I did is I picked my color of the high impact paint, and it comes in many colors. Most of them are all primary colors, and then there's a few metallics. So you can shake this paint, it doesn't matter, it says shake well. So once it's shaken up, I use a brush to apply it. And so first what I did for my card is I have my 4x6 card. I'm going to use a piece of scrap paper for my overage when I stamp. I'm going to take a larger brush, get off most of the excess, and then I'm just going to paint it right onto my stamp. It does dry fairly quickly, but on the stamp it'll stay wet for plenty of time to get you to get it all nice and covered. And I only need to cover a little bit of my stamp because I'm not stamping a huge area, just that end of my stamp of my paper. So I'll put it on here, and it doesn't have to be perfectly straight because you are going to cover up the edge of the stamped edge with a piece of pattern cardstock. So once I've applied that on there, I peel it up. I'm going to set that aside and let it dry and do the rest of my pieces for my card. I already have my pattern paper cut and my ribbon cut for the card. So I have this adorable little lion to go up on the front here. And I'm going to show you another thing you can do with this impact paint. I use the Hero Arts dye ink. It doesn't run when you use the paint up against the ink. I'm gonna put him down. I like to push good even pressure on my stamp and then let up and let it sit for a second. It tends to get the ink to really set into the paper. Unfortunately, I didn't cut that or ink that one very well. And then I'm going to just kind of scissor cut him out. And he's one of our, he's from Lawn Fawn. They're one of the newest companies and stamps that we've gotten in, and they have really cute, whimsical stamps. Everything from the mason jars to little animals and all different kinds of occasion stamps. So now I have my little lion cut out, and I'm going to take a real fine tipped brush and just dip it into my paint, wiping off a lot of the excess, and I'm going to color in his mane. And I just went around and colored in his mane. And just keep dipping my brush, just using a little bit of paint. You can put it on really thin, you can put it on a little thicker, but too thick it will puddle. So what you want to do is just use just enough to work with it, and then you can always go back and get a little bit more. So once I'm done covering his mane all up, good. I went and did his tail as well. And now if you have other colors or even markers, you can color in the rest of his body and his face. I just wanted to show the nice bright color you get for the little lion. So now I'm going to let him dry, and I'm going to go back to the base of my card, and I'm done with my paint, so I'm going to close that up because I will spill it. And I'm going to glue down my pattern paper. And first I'm actually going to put on my ribbon. And I like to put the ribbon on my card, on the back of my card, or the tape on the back of my card, and I wrap my ribbon around. And it sticks. And then I always go back over that ribbon with a little bit more tape so it sticks nice and well. So Once I stick him down, now I used pop dots to put on the little lion. And I actually stuck the pop dots right down onto the card where I'm going to place my lion, because he's probably still a little tacky. You could let him dry a little longer and then you'll not smear like I've already done. So your lion's attached, and then to make the little I'm Wild About You flag, we used a regular old toothpick. I stamped my I'm Wild About You image or saying with the same black ink. I just took it, I stamped it onto a piece of cardstock, and I made sure I left enough room so I can cut the little flag. And I just used my scissors to cut this. I didn't use a trimmer or anything because it's a little, so once cut that out, and then I do I'm going to cut all up the center, and then from the corner to the center, corner to the center, and it makes a nice even cut. And then I took some green ink, just inked the edge of the flag all the way around all four sides. You can go heavier with the ink if you like. You can go lighter with the ink. These inkers are real nice. They got a nice little point on them so you can get right into the corner, and they're made by Prima, and we have them in a variety of colors. So now he's all inked up. Take some glue dots. I like the smalls or the minis for these kind of projects. I'm going to take my toothpick, kind of roll it in the glue dot twice at the top. Once I got that one on, I'm going to put my flag on and stick it down really good on my flag, and then I'm going to go back again to my glue dots and do the bottom part of the toothpick with 2 glue dots. So now we've taken our, lift up my little lion a little bit, stick those bottom glue dots underneath, and it is done. So there's our finished card. So this week's special, if you purchase any bottle of the High Impact paint from Tattered Angels, you'll get a card kit to make this exact card, and you'll get $1 off each bottle you purchase.